fresitas de YouTube, un día más en este canal donde no tenemos globos, pero tenemos manos. Let's go.
Tenía lo de los capas, me quedaban 2 capas que no encontré. A lo mejor aquí. Este no lo pillé. Yo creo que aquí arriba tiene que haber uno. Y abajo otro. La carta de la cabra parece legendaria, no me ha salido. ¿En serio? ¿Y eso que es verde? A ver si Barbosa me pasa el GIF con lo de la cabra. Estaría guay tenerla para el domingo, la verdad. Parece que las tiene todas. Él se ha quitado legendaria solo por craftearse 800 de la cabra, O sea que me lo creo todo. Tío.
What a waste.
Aquí dentro no estará. Estaba aquí el mensaje. Había un capa allí que lo estaban usando de portero, pero el mensajito de aquí era que había uno corriendo, ¿no? Ah, mira. Ah, no, esta es la fuente. Me ha engañado. Me ha engañado, eso es una fuente. Pues no veo a nadie corriendo con un capa. La verdad. Y es que visité...
Excuse me.
¡Arigato!
Visité todos los lugares. Este lo cogí. Es que no sé si este es el mismo que esos. Porque si es por 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aquí a lo mejor. No sé. Voy a mirar ese. Y si no, seguimos y ya está. Es que me hacía ilusión terminar lo de los capas porque solo me quedan 2. ¿Qué ha aparecido? Un placer. Aquí. A ver. O sea que la tía ha puesto que los capas son una monada. Tampoco es que haya puesto nada del otro mundo. No parece que haya ninguno.
And stay down.
No. No, no hay ningún capa aquí. Pues nada, me voy a un taxi. Tío, cuando Barbosa me pase el gif de la pinche cabra, yo me voy a cagar en todo, ¿eh? Ya va. Hola, Zaki. Es que ya, si encima me sale la cabra en pantalla, me lo voy a comer con patatas todas las cabras. Más aún. No quiero que me vean. ¡Ah! Me pasé de puerta. ¡No! Espero que hayas disfrutado de la cabra. He disfrutado de la cabra, sí.
What a waste.
A ver, ¿qué me queda por comer aquí?
Starving. It's pretty tasty. Thanks.
Vale, pues... Me jode, ¿eh? ¿Y el comportamiento canino dónde estaba? ¿Y este? Ah. Ah, pero ese no lo vi ya y no fui capaz. La de la basura la cogí. Este es el del pescador, que ya lo cogí también. Ese es el que se hacía pasar por la fuente. Me voy al taxi. Ahí vimos a uno corriendo, pero ha dicho un indigente. Al que vino era un indigente, era uno que lo tenía... Amigo.
Excuse me.
Era uno que lo tenía en lo alto, haciendo ejercicio. Ay, Dios, que voy pedo, es verdad. Si bebes, no conduzcas. El gato.
A name, huh?
Tú eras peluche.
Who's a good boy?
¡Vamos! Ya somos amiguis. Para novia. Ay, es verdad. A ver si me da alguna palabra clave. No, no. No puedo ser infiel si no tengo novia. Ah, pues sí. Palabra clave, regalo. Pero no salen aquí. Bueno, ok. Un vagabundo con una estatua, han dicho. Y aquí había otra publicación. Pues yo creo que esta es la misma que las de allí. Igual el vagabundo era... ¿Se referían al que pillé? Porque aquí no hay ninguna estatua de capa. Tú. Dime dónde has visto una estatua de capa. No, pe. Vamos al taxi. Me quedan dos y no sé dónde están. Vamos con Saori. Y después vamos a lo de la novia. Pero primero vamos aquí.
So, you're recommending an appeal. I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
Yui Mamiya told us some things. Like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well...
Your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand scale.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ahara-san, we have a much better grasp of the situation than you think.
Huh.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent. As far as the harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal. And we'll make sure the world knows it.
Thanks, but no. I'm scum of the earth. A pervert. The prosecution and the judge made that very clear in the verdict.
On the day of the crime, October 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., you were in Ijincho, not Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Except that you weren't.
Oh?
You wanted to give the man who pushed your son to suicide the beating of a lifetime. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought him to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene. Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror. There's no way you weren't there, and I'd put my money on that.
And then...
You need the whole play-by-play? Even though you already know it?
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba,
It's quite a home video.
without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's body that could be traced back to you, you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba in Ijincho.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Or maybe you know him by a different name. Former high school teacher Yu Kitakata. So which name did he give you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro first. That's where you touched the undergarments she had prepared. The police would later discover the trace evidence on your hands and pin the groping on you. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station. After that, Mamiya and Kawana acted out the groping as they arrived at Shinjuku Station. Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro at 7:43 a.m. And right after the swap, Mamiya started calling for help. After that, well, we've all seen how the news reported it. You were caught in a public place with plenty of witnesses.
An active duty police officer arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Shirosaki-sensei. The prosecution, the judge, and a lawyer like you all laid out the evidence in court and found me guilty. I'm in no position to doubt you. And I've long accepted the ruling that Toshiro was never bullied. There's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law. Right? That's all I can do, right?
I know what you're trying to say. You carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't, right?
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, the teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture. telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied. But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba?
No,
Because all
ya
of
lo
his
tendría de
fingers were
antes.
broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
What do you have to say, Ihara-san?
Puede ser, ¿eh? La profe.
Was Sawa-sensei the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying. But only to her old teacher over the phone. She had no idea she was being recorded.
What?
Kawana-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Was there no other evidence of the bullying? Like a diary of Toshiro-kun's or something of the sort?
Nothing. Toshiro never talked to me or my wife about the bullying. And that was probably all my fault. He was bullied in middle school, too. Kids would throw his pencil case around or hide his books. When I heard about it, I chewed him out. They walk all over you because you're weak. Grow spine, I told him.
I take it that was the wrong approach.
Yeah. I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering. I'm sure he felt ashamed about it. And I should have listened when he pleaded for help. I should have told him I was proud of his bravery. But instead, I pushed him away. And in the end, Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again, no matter how much pain he was in. He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living with me. But in the end, he still suffered.
And that's why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
If you say so.
So the first time Kawana showed up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me too. Very bold. But it paid off. I owe him a debt of gratitude. He reassured me he had already taken care of
Ah, ya está
multiple
confesando,
indigents
¿no?
like Goshiba. And then
Aunque sea
encouraged other
indirectamente.
families to avenge the children they lost to bullying. He'd tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
If justice can be served at one's own discretion, laws would cease to serve their function.
¿Y?
If the law isn't fair to everyone, no one will obey it. The law is only able to help the powerless because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
Then tell me, what's the solution when the law fails to punish someone who laughs in its face? To overlook those the law won't judge is to abandon those the law couldn't protect.
Ya, ya es Raxo, pero no ha
To
confesado.
render justice with
Ni
confidence,
con ella
we
delante,
require
¿sabes?
sufficient evidence.
Some of the victims' families refused Kawana's offer of revenge, telling him it would be unforgivable. But even after rejecting his offer, not a one reported Kawana-san to the police.
Hmm.
Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Kuwana-san presents a solution that resonates with people. Being that the law is unfair and imperfect. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. But we're fighting to make it as fair as we can. Laws have to change until they are perfect.
They don't change fast enough. Toshiro's death was murder by another name. Yet Hiromi Kushiba walked free. He even got to enroll in a teaching program as a student teacher. Someone like him? It's insane! I'd die of old age before the law was ever written to be fair enough. For Toshiro's sake, I can't turn a blind eye to a world where the Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have any other choice.
Yagami-san, did he just...
Ahora
This is
se
the
acaba de
first time you've
confesar.
admitted to killing Mikoshiba.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Kuwana-san's plan was impressive, almost airtight. I didn't expect it to be unraveled so quickly.
I just got lucky. There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Kuwana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation to tell you.
Ahara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course,
Literal rastro,
Just as I
eso no
planned.
cambia a ningún lado.
the charges will be confirmed and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs.
Literal.
Matter.
Literal.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake.
Es que es de locos,
They need it to be fake. Even if I do confess, they'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
No, that's not beneath them. But I take it how they react doesn't really matter to you. All you want is to humiliate the law, don't you? The same system that determined Toshiro-kun's incident didn't happen.
It seems you're starting to understand, Yagami-san. If the prosecution wanted to charge me for Mikoshiba's murder, then they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court at the hands of a criminal. It would be chaos. Despite knowing who murdered Mikoshiba, no
Claro,
one would know what to make of the case.
reírse es lo que
Wouldn't that
pretende,
just be
lo dijo desde el principio.
I hear you. And I even get why you'd feel pretty proud of accomplishing that.
Do you?
But in this case, the guys pretty much grabbed the tiger by the tail.
What tiger's tail?
Someone's issuing orders to the thugs in Kamurocho from behind the scenes. He's the tiger in this case. And they've been closing in on your partner, Kuwana. And Sawa-sensei got in their path. I'm sure you get the newspaper in here, right? You know, don't you? Sawa-sensei was killed after the thugs broke into her home. All because she got involved with Kuwana.
Where she was killed. This is the first I'm hearing of the reason why. And by thugs, you mean RK?
Yeah, but we don't know why they're going after Kuwana. Any ideas?
No way I'd know.
You think it could be because she got mixed up in your deadly little game?
Excuse me?
That's what getting away with murder really looks like. The more you perpetuate the lie, the greater the rift you create. And then, the unthinkable happens. Kuwana killed others besides Mikoshiba. You said so yourself. That's what brought the angry tiger into play. And if Sawa-sensei ended up paying for that instead, then how can you begin to believe your vengeance is fair?
Because she gave false testimony. She lied in court to say Toshiro was never bullied.
She couldn't name Mikoshiba, who was a minor at the time, without evidence. What's more, she was haunted by her testimony, always second-guessing if she did the right thing. But now she's been killed. Somehow that's acceptable to you? I'm gonna clear up what happened to Sawa-sensei, just like you did for Toshiraku.
How?
By going public with everything you and Kawana did. The first step is to appeal the sexual battery and undo this whole lie.
You never groped Yui
Ah,
Mamiya.
suerte.
That's one crime you're innocent of, Ehara-san. The court's verdict was incorrect. So please give us the chance to appeal. We can prove your innocence.
What on earth would I get out of that?
Él no saca nada.
You get to humiliate the court again. Besides, what are you gonna do for the next half a year in a cell?
Fine. Do what you want. But just know this.
Yes?
I have no intention of admitting to killing Mikoshiba in court. Is your appeal still worth a damn?
We won't know till we try. Let's go, Sari-san. We have client approval to proceed with the appeal. We better act fast.
Yes, agreed.
Yagami-san. Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me. Even if I have grabbed the tiger by the tail. That doesn't mean I killed her.
Ahí tienes razón.
By that logic, you may as well admit that Mikoshiba didn't kill Toshiraku. You can't have it both ways.
No es la misma lógica.
Listen to me. Everything about you, about Kawana, about why Sawa-sensei had to die, we're gonna expose all of it.
Tío, yo es que aquí estoy
That's the
con
only
Eara,
thing
tío.
left we
Lo
can do
siento.
for her.
Soy igual de rencorosa y de vengativa. No tengo ese sentimiento de justicia, ¿sabes? De justicia general. Yo, para vengar a mi
I'm going to
hijo,
fill
me
Candace
llevo a todos los
Sensei
que
in
sean
on
por
what
delante.
happened.
Es que me da sopla.
Why don't you head over to the office?
Sure thing.
Hola, TM. Es que me sopla los huevos, tío. O sea, mi hijo se suicida. Mi hijo se suicida porque le hacen bullying y nadie hace nada. Y luego voy a los tribunales y encima dicen que no ha sufrido bullying y que no sé qué y que no sé cuánto. Yo me vuelvo loca. O sea, me vuelvo loca. Yo empatizo, y no tengo hijos, pero empatizo perfectamente con Eara. Pero perfectamente. Y ahora que me vengan a decirme, es que Sawa ha muerto por tu culpa. No. Por mi culpa, no. A saber los rollos que tenía con el cubana este o con el que sea. Eso es cosa de ella. Yo he hecho mi venganza y punto. Ya los rollos que haya por detrás de eso, a mí ni me va ni me viene. Si se ha muerto, pues mira, lo siento, ¿sabes? Pero yo estaría igual que él. Claro, eso pasó por asociarse con gente que no debió, tal cual. Es más culpa del otro que de este, porque este qué. O sea, llegó el otro y le dijo, tú, ¿quieres vengar a tu hijo? Tengo este plan. Y el tío dijo, pa'lante. Fueron pa'lante y ahora se ha vuelto a profesor y ¿qué culpa tiene él? Él aceptó el trato del otro, pero la otra se ha muerto por culpa del que ofreció el trato, no de este. Dame un segundo, que me habla mi padre. O sea, yo ahí ha patinado Yagami, ¿eh? Si algún día me pasa algo, encárgate de vengarme. Bueno, ya veremos. Depende de cómo te portes, Zaki. ¿Me vas a dejar el Spiderman? Si me dejas el Spiderman, entonces sí te vengo. Es digital. Zaki y... También se pueden compartir los digitales. Entiendo el punto de Yagami. Quiso venganza por meterse con gente que no debía. Y pues esa gente murió, gente que no debía morir. Pero yo creo que esa gente iba a morir igual. O sea, la profe tenía los días contados. Igualmente. Porque se estaba juntando con el otro.
Then, Ihara admitted to killing Mikashiba, did he?
Off the record, yeah. He also admitted Kawana approached him to offer revenge.
That sounds like you were productive.
It's enough for us to move forward with the appeal, I'd say. How does that sound, Genda-sensei?
Genda-sensei?
The sexual battery and Mikashiba's murder are the very same case. To clear Ihara of harassment, you'll need to prove he murdered Mikashiba. But you don't have evidence he did, do you?
Ihara-san was captured on video committing the murder.
And the prosecution claims it's a fake, of unknown origins. The police are saying the same.
They're only saying that to cover their asses.
In reality, the sexual battery evidence against Ihara-san is what was really fake. At the very least, we can claim Yui Mamiya and the others aided in fabricating that, alibi or not.
You really think the courts will grant you an appeal for just that?
Are you saying that's not possible?
I wouldn't go that far. But Ihara won't admit to murdering Mikashiba in court. Kinda significant, don't you think? So what chance do you have even if you do appeal? Without any decisive new evidence, you'll just end up splitting hairs over the original verdict. And what good'll it do other than damage your own reputation, Saru-kun?
To be honest with you, I feel like I've been deeply underestimated.
What?
Saori-san, are you actually mad?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
You have every right to be.
Listen, Sensei. Ihara and Kawana devised this plan knowing full well they could manipulate the justice system. Have we not fallen right into their trap? If we take pity on the prosecution now, we play right into their hand.
True.
So how can we worry about reputation when our duty as lawyers is to face the law?
I understand where you're coming from, and you're right to think it, but...
And another thing. While acting as Ihara's defense in the first trial, I never truly believed the claim. I didn't trust the person I was defending, and I felt sick to my stomach even being in the courtroom.
Saori-san.
Ihara likely saw right through that. He probably took great delight in our myopic dedication to the law. And I won't stand for that. I'm gonna show him exactly what I can do.
What about you, Yagami? I want to hear your thoughts.
Deberíamos escuchar a Saori.
We should listen to Saori-san. I understand why Ihara and Kawana did what they did, but I can't condone it.
I see. So you feel it too, huh?
Vamos a tener que ir a
Yes.
buscar el cuerpo
Although my
congelado.
motivation may not be as righteous as Saori-san's.
What do you mean?
Totalmente, Raxo, totalmente.
Mikoshiba's murder, the fake groping alibi, the one behind it all was Kawana, and he's in hiding. We need to shine enough light on him that the public can see what he is. And the perfect place to do it is during Ihara's appeal hearing.
So it's not Ihara you're after, but Kawana.
If we pursue Ihara's case, Kawana-san's actions will naturally come to light.
And if we draw out Kawana, then RK and the ones backing them will make their move. Soma from RK said Sawa-sensei knew too much, which means whoever's behind them has a secret that needs to stay buried, even if it means murder. And I need to figure that secret out. I owe Sawa-sensei that closure. The only thing we can do for her now is make sure the ones pulling the strings pay for it.
Well said. I guess going back wasn't ever really an option.
Genda-sensei.
Looks like I got complacent from all the peace and quiet. Leave it to me to underestimate the younger generation.
I apologize. I shouldn't have been so impertinent.
That should be my line, Saru-kun. I suppose I have to make up my mind after all that, don't I?
Get out there and do what needs to be done. And heaven help anyone in your way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You heard him.
Hello?
Yagamishi, are you still in Kamurocho?
¿Sí? Sigue un
Yeah,
camurocho.
why? What's up?
I'm afraid RK seems to be amassing in Ijincho. It's very bizarre.
Adiós, me van a
Are they
pegar
now?
por todos lados ahora en Hincho.
Yeah, and I can't shake the feeling that the officers like Soma and Akutsu are still in town.
You think so? If I was Soma, I'd have left Ijincho by now. He's a person of interest in Sawa-sensei's murder, too.
I see. That does make sense.
Things are settling into place here, though. I'm heading back to Ijincho with Sugiura. We got a lot to go over with you when I get back.
Wonder what it could be. Okay, see you soon then.
Yeah, let's go.
Gotada salit cuierilo de putio sangrienta.
¡Grande, Gotada! Es que me está hablando mi padre porque tengo unas entradas para el sábado de un skate room en un castillo. Y me está diciendo si voy a ir o no voy a ir. A ver, dale, Gotada. A ver si... No. F.
Gotada Solid quiere guerra con un cofre.
Es verdad, el bonus. El bonus, Gotada, el bonus. Grande, Gotada. Un besazo para ti. Vale, vámonos. Vale, sois 3 los que estáis haciendo el bonus. Me toca acordar para recordároslo. Te ha tocado carta de cerrar stream. Te ha tocado una legendaria en un cofre. Bueno, JC ahora mismo está revolviéndose en su tumba. Nada, es broma. Ah, vale. Yo solo he pensado en JC y en su suerte, ¿sabes? Espera, que están hablando estos, igual me interesa. ¿Qué difícil me llamas? Vale, pues no. A ver. Ay, es verdad que no puedo usar el patinete porque voy con gente. Corre, Yagami. Cuando me dejen un poco libre voy a lo de la novia. A subirle la barra a lo de la novia. Pero es raro que solo hayamos encontrado una chica con la que poder hacer eso. Igual hay alguna misión secundaria que no he hecho. No sé, es raro.
Well, now that's something. Looks like we're finally starting to see the whole picture.
Kuwana-san, or rather Kitakata-sensei, huh? And his students helped Ihara murder Mikoshiba.
Claro, este no sabe nada, este va a flipar ahora.
But there's still some things that doesn't explain.
Like what?
Like, why does RK keep going after Kuwana-san? You think that's weird too, right, Yagami-san?
Sí, eso no lo sabemos.
Yeah.
Igual porque han averiguado
That's the
que se
piece of the
llevó
puzzle that
al
will lead
tío
us to
hace
why
5
Sawa-sensei
años.
got killed. Before they came to Ijincho, RK was originally looking for Shinya Kawai.
Claro.
But when they found out he might have been killed, they suddenly shifted gears to Kawana. So what are they trying to accomplish?
We can guess all we want, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. Shouldn't we ask someone in RK directly? They're strengthening their numbers in Ijincho as we speak.
The goons at the bottom rung aren't gonna be in the know on that, though. Though if Akatsu or Soma were around, then we might get somewhere.
That's true.
Sitting around here won't get us any further. I'm gonna head into the city for a bit. I'm quick on my feet. That's about all I have going for me right now.
How modest of you.
Yeah, don't say that, Yagami-shi. Otherwise, what ground do we have to stand on?
A ver. Todavía no. Lul. Ok. Investiga por el barrio. ¿Podré ir a lo de la novia? Que estaba aquí. Es que está al lado, tío. ¿Por qué no se marca? Con subirle una barra, creo que eran 4. A la cuarta ya se hacía novia, creo, ¿no? Vamos a probar. Ah, no, espérate, tenía que ir a...
Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Do you have a minute, Yagami-san?
Yeah, what's up?
I was thinking back on our interview with Ihara-san, and something he said isn't sitting right with
Quedó
me.
una cita.
So I
A
wanted to
ver.
ask your opinion.
Which part felt off?
The part about Kuwana approaching other bullying victims besides Ihara-san to offer revenge. Ihara-san also mentioned that most of them rejected his offer, but never went to the police either.
Yeah, and?
Well, wasn't the first bully Kuwana killed his own student? Shinya Kawai, I mean. Tormented by his bullies, Mitsuru Kusumoto's leap left him in a coma to this day. That event was the catalyst for Kuwana's actions. So wouldn't he have approached his parents about revenge too?
Mitsuru Kusumoto's parents? You're talking about his mother, Reiko Kusumoto, right?
Yes, who is currently Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. If she accepted or is even an accessory to a revenge plot against Kawai, then there's no way she'd ever want that secret to get out. With her level of influence and power, wouldn't it be possible that she ordered RK to silence Kuwana? Which would explain how RK's actions are being controlled, wouldn't it?
Es una buena teoría, ¿eh?
Kusumoto.
Pero no sé.
You don't think vice ministers can control criminal organizations from the shadows? You know very well the answer to that.
Es una muy buena teoría, ¿eh?
Tsukumo's actually looked into her before. I'll talk to him about it right now. Yeah, this is genius, Sari-san. This could lead us right to who's controlling RK.
Quite a compliment coming from you. I feel better already.
Don't sweat it. I'll call you if I find anything out.
Es una buena teoría, ¿eh? Y yo no tenía que ir aquí, yo tenía que ir a la estación. ¿Dónde estaba la estación? Es que tenía una cita. Ah, pero igual era por la noche. A ver. Esto. Pero he quedado... Igual es por la noche. Aquí no va a estar, ¿no? Voy a pagar 2000 yenes para nada, verás tú. Ah, sí que está. Ah, ¿y qué hace aquí? Ah, claro, ¿ves? No me deja. Lo siguiente... No, me han estafado. Es lo de la estación,
Thanks for the
pero
drinks.
no me lo pone. Creo que es por la noche, entonces. Sí, porque me dijo a cenar, ¿no? Creo que me dijo a cenar. La estación es esta. A ver, puedo ir a mirar. Tengo un taxi aquí. A ver. Si es que ayer salió para hacerlo, pero creo que era de noche. Sí, porque era aquí. Sí. Era aquí, ¿os acordáis? Es de noche entonces, vale. Pues sigo historia hasta que sea de noche. Cuando sea de noche vengo para acá. Yo qué caro el taxi aquí, ¿eh? Esto de menos camurocho. Están quedando las manos heladas. Eso con Uber no pasa, exacto.
Yagami-san, back already?
That was quick. I figured you'd be out in the town until evening.
Well, the day's not over yet. I need you to look into Reiko Kusamoto again. She might be the one behind RK.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up the picture of her you showed me last time?
Una viceministra en la Yakuza.
Okay. Take a look at this, Yagamishi. Reiko Kusamoto became vice minister just recently.
Pero encaja,
It
¿eh?
hasn't even been a full year yet.
Encaja muy
Looks like
bien
she's still got a
la
good
teoría
rep.
esa.
Yeah, there's almost no criticism of her out there.
The Ministry Revolution, bucking the bureaucracy. Golden parachutes don't fly with Kusamoto. Go her. Vice Minister's pretty high up there, yeah?
Big time. If she really did take Kawana up on his offer, silencing him would be the quickest way to save her skin. And in that case, she'd need some kind of connection to RK.
Some kind of connection? A bit vague, no?
Fair enough, but RK already took an innocent life while hunting Kawana down.
Right. And after killing Sawa-sensei, they tried to kill me, too. Still, no matter how dangerous the gang, murder is a risky proposition. Then again, if someone's pulling the strings, they have a lot less to worry about. Especially if that someone has vice minister status.
Well, the internet's not gonna give us much else. How about we do our usual thing?
¿En serio?
Go straight to the source.
Maybe we should.
would it really be that easy to get a meeting with someone like her?
Mitsuru Kusamoto's still in a coma, right?
Yes.
Al hospital.
If he's in a hospital, we can catch her by surprise there.
I get you. That might work.
Huh. What's this now?
What's what now?
Breaking news from the net. It says manhunt for Sawa-sensei's murderer.
And?
It's hitting the network news too. The person they're after is...
Wanted for the murder of private school teacher Yoko Sawa in her own apartment, Kanagawa PD is conducting a search for the suspect, self-proclaimed handyman Yu Kitakata.
LOL.
Why are they looking for Kawana?
Shouldn't they be after Soma?
Sawa-san's former teacher before and after the incident. It's also surfaced that he's been using a false identity for over a decade. The police are hopeful that their search will turn up some sort of connection to Sawa-san.
Se la están liando. Esto es alguien con poder que ha dicho, no, 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 dar el aviso de este pavo que estoy buscando a este pavo para cargármelo y no lo encuentro.
If Kawana-san was caught on camera, then surely some RK thugs were as well?
Yeah, I think so. On that note, I should have been in the footage too. The police only seem to want Kawana, but why? Guess we'll have to ask them ourselves.
Ask who?
Detective Watanabe from Kanagawa PD. He was the guy in charge of Mikoshiba's murder.
¡Hala! Con una tecla le llama.
Been a while, hotshot.
Yeah, I guess it has. Hey, I'm curious. Do you have any evidence that Kawana killed Sawa-sensei?
I take it you saw the news. Kawana was caught on camera near the crime scene, plus he knew the victim. And if that's not enough, he was using a fake name. How's that for evidence?
Nah.
But I saw Soma holding an ice pick up to Sawa-sensei. Plus, there were RK footprints all over the scene. So why is Kawana the only suspect?
Because the big boys with big balls at HQ said so. Barking at me won't get you anywhere.
So this is all just pressure from upstairs? What is going on here?
Why are you so bent out of shape? Kawana's a legitimate suspect, and all we're doing is following procedure. So stick your private investigator schnoz somewhere else.
You know, you sound pretty bent out of shape yourself. Where are you right now?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking maybe we could meet up. How's a free pass to bitch about your work sound? Abe-san?
On the phone, in person, there's nothing I can tell you.
He hung up.
Yagamishi, I managed to focus in on the background noise from your phone call.
Despite
all the interference, I have a good idea of Nabe-san's location.
¿En serio?
Seriously?
He's on the main drag in Chinatown. If you go now, I'm sure you'll find him.
But is he even gonna listen to you?
It won't matter if I miss him because we sat here wondering.
Yagami Detective Agency, quick on its feet indeed.
Can't compete with that.
LOL. Qué miedo da. Qué miedo da el hacker. ¿Es de noche? Es de noche. Ah. El otro va a tener que esperar. El otro va a tener que esperar toda una cita. Dios, qué de peña. No quiero pegarme con todos estos, qué pereza. No, 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 no. Corre, 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 corre. Corre, corre, corre. Listo.
Takayuki.
Un poco groggy. No me gusta nada esta pareja, ¿eh? ¡Ah! ¡De la mano!
Oh,
¡Suelta!
Emily-chan, what do you usually do during the day?
¡No!
Most likely I'll be
No.
dead asleep. My shifts are always late. So
¡Suéltame la
You
mano!
got your days and nights swapped around. huh?
¡Socorro! ¡Socorro!
That's why I'm always late to
¡Me
my
están
classes.
acosando!
Oh, what?
¡Arroba
I didn't know you
policía!
went to school.
I
¡Suéltame!
go to a fashion school. How about that?
Then is your dream to become a fashion designer?
Yeah.
¡No!
Totally reaching for the stars.
¡No!
Here. But a girl can dream.
You never know.
¡Niña!
Might come true.
Ay, Dios, ¿qué más le pasa? Tenía hambre, tenía hambre. Tenía hambre. ¿Del pelo?
Isn't that...
Yep, I'm a natural brunette. It's a popular color these days.
Qué preciosidad.
Thanks. Personally, I've always liked my hair.
Es que el resto era muy raro, no sé si era tema nuevo o con el pelo. Porque claro, si le digo, qué bonito pelo, y me dice, gracias, es natural. Y le digo, ¿y tus padres? Pues queda un poco raro, ¿no? En plan, ¿qué hora es? Hace sol.
Yeah, my dad's from England. And my mom's Japanese American. They moved here because of work.
Oh.
Creo que han llamado al telefonillo, un segundo. Sí, no es el juego. Ahora vengo. Que tengo el paquete de Amazon de un vecino. Ya. Dios, mi vecino, ¿puede oler más a tabaco y a no ducharse? Es que hay uno que tiene Diógenes y no sé si es ese. Real, ¿eh? Pero no sé si es ese. Si no es ese, poco le queda. La verdad. A ver. Que pierdo el hilo.
7 at the time. So actually, I've lived here way longer than when I lived overseas. Let's see. I went to elementary school in Ijincho, then middle school in Tokyo. Then I came back here after high school.
I see.
Honestly, I think I traded all my Japanese for English.
Huh?
Yeah, get this. A tourist started talking to me earlier, and I totally blanked out. I had to find a foreigner nearby to translate. This kind of thing happens all the time to me. It's like,
Pero no
just
estoy
'cause I
entendiendo
look a
esta
certain way
conversación.
doesn't mean I speak your language.
Emily-chan.
Really? Thanks. You think they fit me?
Yeah.
I just changed up my nails, and I was a little worried they wouldn't look good. So I'm glad they do.
¿Ya está? Ah.
CE-levanta la mirada. Ahí no tengo los ojos.
Hey.
Nope, there's a uniform, so we can't just wear whatever. I'd rather not be on the street looking like that, so I changed at the bar.
I guess so.
Yeah, might end up attracting some pervy old drunks.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, well, believe it or not, the owner himself scouted me out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Así.
he called out to me from down the street. I thought he was hitting on me at first, so I took off. Yeah, pretty often. Ijincho's not bad, but in Tokyo it was like every freaking day.
Bueno,
So
aquí la
often, I
amiga.
couldn't tell if they were hitting on me or trying to bring me into some club.
Ya, eso es verdad.
I'm just too hot to ignore, I guess. So the day the owner hit on, well, recruited me, I ran off because I thought he was just another thirsty dude. Then he did the same thing the next day, and again the day after. So I finally went up and asked, "Are you really that desperate, man?" Totally. But after I heard him out, the job sounded really fun, so I accepted. Well, I do enjoy my work. I love socializing, and if just talking to me can make someone happy, then I'm happy too. Knowing that, I can give it my all, despite the fast pace and long hours.
Y llega tarde cuando le da la gana. O sea que no sé de qué se queja, la verdad.
Pride? Yeah, you're right. I guess I do have some pride
Ay,
in my
me
job.
cae muy mal esta chica.
But honestly, I want to get out of Ijincho.
Lo siento. Desapruebo esta relación.
Well,
porque es muy pedante. Yo qué sé. Egocéntrica.
I'm sick of being here.
Huh?
See, I get bored real easy, and living in the same place for too long is not my idea of an exciting life.
Now that you mention it.
It's a secret.
Huh?
Yeah. That's not for you to know just yet, I'm afraid.
Ah, pero sí me da de la manita por la calle, ¿no? Me he tratado por culo. Es mi secreto, exacto.
Same here.
Lo que tengo que subir 2
You ever
barras
get any
para...
weird
¡Ay,
customers?
suéltame!
People that try to mess with you?
Suéltame.
Happens all the time.
Give me an example.
No me dices de qué va la S, no me coges de la mano. Que no, que no, que no, que no.
Thinking I
Que
don't
no.
know Japanese.
Que no.
What do you do about
No.
it?
Well, the owner
No.
always says to just laugh it off.
No.
But I end up telling
No,
them
ni se
off
te ocurra.
instead.
No. Fuera.
Stupid jerks.
Classic
Fuera.
Emily-chan.
No.
Did they get pissed?
Suelta.
No.
Voy a llegar al bar así, ¿eh? No pienso dejar que me agarre la mano.
They really are weird.
Déjame. Déjame. Me da igual. Tardo media hora en hacer la calle. Me la sopla. No me vas a dar la mano. ¡No! Emily secreto. Que se la dé a quien le tenga en alta estima. Ah, que le hacían bullying en el este. Vaya, vaya.
Hey! Emily-chan?
A ver el trauma que tiene esta que le tengo que arreglar.
Takayuki. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pues se va a quedar traumada, Twins. A mí no me va a coger de la mano. Hasta que no me diga de qué es la S, no le dejo mi mano.
Gotcha.
Es verdad, Twins, no te voy a engañar. Es totalmente cierto. No entiendo una mierda. A ver, Chinatown. Las mujeres son muy complicadas, por eso soy hetero. Efectivamente. Heterocuriosa, heterocuriosa. Y no he cogido una moneda, se ha caído antes. Tío, Yagami, ¿me vacilas? Esto lo hago siempre porque a veces dan cosas guays.
Excuse me.
¿Los pañuelos para qué sirven, tío? No. Tengo 1840 pañuelos. Además caben muy pocos, es raro. Vale, llego a Chinatown. Ah, tío. What? ¿Qué cojones?
Really, guys?
¿Y ese tirándome fuego? ¿Qué carajos, tío?
Yagami, why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
It's Sakurai.
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense of smell. Something stinks about the cops here.
Excuse me, pal?
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that.
¡Eh! No le he dejado mi mano a una señorita, te la voy a dejar a ti.
You guys from doing your jobs. And I don't have to listen to you.
You want to say that again?
Sakurai, I gotta hit the can. Head back to the station.
Huh?
Need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
Yeah, good call.
Then let's.
Damn. What's he up to?
Como mola la Noria.
Nice spot you brought me to. Very romantic.
Well, we're about to have a shitty conversation. Might as well do it with a pleasant view.
Do the cops really believe Kawana is responsible for Sawa-sensei's death?
No.
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't serious. We even have a warrant.
To arrest Kawana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. He's been using a fake. And he services right at the murder scene of his former student.
Este no sé por qué tiene cara de muerto. Luego no morirá, pero es que tiene cara de muerto.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too, like when he entered her apartment.
He wasn't.
How is that possible?
Raro.
Let me rephrase. There's no footage that had RK anywhere near it.
What's that supposed to mean?
From the moment Mikoshiba's murder went down, the higher-ups have been busy playing politics. I had a handle on things when they were just competing with Tokyo PD over who got to grill Ihara. But after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up. Sawa-sensei's case has me scratching my head too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details under wraps. And they think it'll work even in this day and age.
You're saying the whole force is in on a cover-up?
It started with the footage surrounding Sawa's apartment. Someone on the inside erased it. Any footage that had the RK guys tagged in it is totally wiped.
¿Lul?
Erase the footage? Are you serious?
Yeah. You heard me. Kawana leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Kawana himself.
Están manipulando las pruebas.
Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa-sensei's case, they're closing the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part, Kawana has to die in an accident.
What?
As soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I guess. Someone clearly wants Kawana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Come on. Who could have that power?
Kawana is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way. As for me, I'll stick to the cut and dry cases for a while. That's what'll keep me an honest cop.
That's bullshit! You'll shut the lid on the trash, ignore the smell of the rot coming from inside and go on pretending it's justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole. Did you forget that you were talking to a detective?
Tú.
You never did answer the question, Nami-san. Who had the authority to erase the security cameras? Who wants Kawana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, detective? Smartass! Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
Tú. Esto no me lo esperaba.
Shit! I've had enough! You dead son of a bitch!
Vale, esto no me lo esperaba para nada, ¿eh? Adiós. Tío. Tío, se le da la X. Me ha matado. Me ha tirado al río. Qué terrible. ¡Hombre, aleluya! ¡Tú! ¡Madre mía, Yagami! ¡OP! ¡Impresionante! No, no lo puedo desarmar. Tío. Es que pega muy fuerte, ¿eh? Ahora ya se muere. ¡No! ¡Pero si le he dado! Espérate, que me la lía. Le da la X, tío. Menos mal que han quitado aquí lo del daño permanente, porque chiquito coñazo era eso. Chiquito coñazo era lo del daño permanente, que tenías que ir a gastarte 20k siempre, los botiquines, el tío ese de la alcantarilla. Venga, dime quién ha borrado las cintas.
That's when Soma came in. I'm sure she was terrified. They were pointing an ice pick at her. When I found her, her eyes were still open. I could see the tears.
Es que los ojos no se cierran.
Yet the police are going after Kawana instead of Soma. And the cops that were there know he isn't a suspect, but say their hands are tied. So it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And when they come to silence me, I'll know who the puppet masters are.
I hear you. You're probably right.
And if you have any idea who might be pulling the strings, I need you to tell me before it's too late. Is there anyone on the force who would want Kawana dead?
The moment we opened Sawa-sensei's case, the Kanagawa brass had a suspect file ready to go. They didn't point to your guy Soma. They named you Kitakata, alias Kawana the handyman. Hilarious, isn't it? You were the first to the scene, which means the bigwigs pulled a suspect file before it even happened.
Where'd the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure. But the National Police Agency said it came from public security.
Public security? Why is public security involved in Sawa-sensei's case?
Seems they were interested in Arcade's criminal network in Kamurocho. You know how after the Tojo clan disbanded, the criminals started going underground? Well, public security would rather let RK roam free than bust them. Monitoring them quietly gives them intel on
comprender cómo actúan.
And even if you catch these guys, new ones will just take their place.
Wait, so they want RK on the streets? Is that why they're brushing Sawa-sensei's case under the rug?
If RK goes down in one fell swoop over a murder case, they have to find a new source of intel. Purely speaking, from public security's point of view, that is.
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that out in, well, public. If you believe public security, there's no way RK killed Sawa-sensei.
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. On top of that, I asked Tokyo PD about Soma, but he doesn't have a record. No priors, no census registry, not even a damn profile pic.
Then, what does that mean?
Que no existe.
The man known as Kazuki Soma doesn't exist, basically. Maybe that's how it's always been, or maybe it's a cover-up. They had plenty of files on Kuwana to send our way instead. They're the ones who made him the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's case, too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Kuwana's a scapegoat for RK. Public security wants to shut the curtains on Sawa-sensei's case with him. As far as they're concerned, with Kuwana silenced, it'll all balance out.
So that's what you meant by Kuwana having an accident.
Right. Better to flush your shit than keep a lid on it.
So who's running the show in public security? Do they have a name?
I wasn't told, unfortunately. Afraid I'm further down the food chain than you thought.
Qué susto la vibración del móvil.
Yeah, Watanabe speaking. Huh? Jincho?
Huh?
Right. Got it. Call me if anything else comes up. Kuwana's been spotted. A witness reported seeing him in Jincho.
Seriously? He's back here?
Couldn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho, in Koreatown, where the Komi Jewel hang out. The police are headed there now.
Komi Jewel?
Apparently it means spider web in Korean. You haven't seen it? It's made to look like it's abandoned.
And Kawana's there?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
I don't have much time. You said Kawana might have an accident, didn't you? I'm sure that's why you're telling me all this.
If you find him, let him know it's public security that's after him. And they mean business.
Pobre hombre, tío. Sí. Más calentita, Dios, me estaba muriendo de frío. Disney, lo único bueno de Francia. Vámonos, ¿dónde tengo que ir? Buscar a Cubana. Uf. Esto se va a poner tenso, ¿eh? Esto se va a poner tensito. Igual sí que puede ser la ministra. La ministra es un cargo alto. Joder, tío, ¿en serio? Tío, ¿de verdad? Ya me encabezona. Quiero esa moneda. Bueno, si me dejan. Aleluya. Lo único bueno de Disney es tu sudadera, tal cual, también. Bueno, no, hombre, Disney tiene muchas cosas buenas. La ministra es un cargo alto con contactos. Igual la teoría de Saori. Ojito, ¿eh? Ojito porque es la que más sentido tiene ahora mismo. Corre. No, para el otro lado. Para el otro lado. ¿Por porque voy en patinete. Y en patinete puedo hacer lo que quiera. Ah, ya pasa algo, ¿eh?
Yagamishi, it's me. I have an update for you. It seems Kawana
Sí,
has been
lo
spotted
sé,
in
voy para allá.
Ijincho.
Yeah, in Komijo, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious as ever. But the police have already started blocking off Komijo.
Already?
They're probably going to surround the area and gradually close in on Kawana-san. What's your plan, Yagamishi?
Pues no sé.
Public security is probably
¿He dicho
behind
Raxo o he dicho
that.
José? Es que tenéis el
According to
mismo
Nami-san, once they
color de
capture
nombre.
Kawana, he'll end up in an accident.
An accident?
Long story short, I need to find Kawana before the cops do. Can you navigate me to him?
I most certainly can. For now, just keep heading toward Komijo. In the meantime, I'll be monitoring the
Bueno, es
surrounding
muy
area.
parecido, Raxos.
and I'll
Muy
dispatch
parecido.
Sugiurashi.
Appreciate that, Tsukumo.
Es hiper parecido.
This is Tsukumo. Yagamishi, please come in.
Hey, I think I'm in front of Komijo.
Indeed you are. I can see you from the drone.
Then you'll notice the cops block the road. Any way I can get in there?
Not to worry. I've already looked into an infiltration route.
Debe ser la edad, sí, debe ser la edad.
All right,
Sí,
let's
José.
go. Way to go. So, what should I do?
Can you see the white car that's parked in front of the barricade?
Yeah, I can.
There's a really small gap on the side of the car. You should be able to fit through it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure, but I have no doubt in your agility, Yagamishi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
Grande el dron. Vale. Fácil. ¡Oh! ¡Un salamans! No sé dónde tengo que ir realmente, ¿eh? Ah, allí.
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komijo proper seems to be located behind those construction
Te faltó pedir el Instagram.
There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
Solo te registra la primera, ¿eh? Da igual, no te las quita. Solo que no te las registra. ¡Lo he capturado!
Can I get a hand?
Tengo que mirar a ver de cuántos IVs es.
Okay, that makes sense.
Para que luego no esté aquí dentro, ¿sabes? Que no saben ni ellos realmente dónde está.
Tsukumo, keep navigating for me. And let me know as soon as you find Kawana. Huh? It's weird. Hello?
Han puesto inhibidores, seguro. Es que seguro que han puesto inhibidores aquí dentro.
Kitakata-sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Relax with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location.
How am I supposed to relax? This shit's intense!
¡Ojo!
Shh. Sugiura?
Se ha colado.
Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah, suppose he did.
Yagami-san, all these guys are RK.
Does that mean RK beat the police to Kawana?
No, not exactly. I just saw some cops let RK guys through. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
No, that was no mistake. Some cops are working with RK.
But why?
Someone in authority on the force is trying to get rid of Kawana. So they want him to have an accident.
What? That's off the scale insane.
Insane or not, I need to get to Kawana before RK or the cops do. You know where he is?
I don't. Come to think of it, why would Kawana-san come to Komichuo? Does he know someone here?
Good question. Let's just focus on reaching the top of this place for now. Aren't there people from Komichuo here? It can't be all RK. Maybe we can ask them where Kawana is.
Worth a shot? As long as we don't give ourselves away.
Vamos para arriba. El sigilo. Mi mayor proeza. Mi mayor punto fuerte.
That looks like a lot of RK muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Ya, nos van a ver.
But if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead on Kawana.
True. We'll just have to stay one step ahead of them then. I don't see anywhere else we can go. So let's go up those stairs.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got RK coming in from below too.
Let's find another route on this floor.
Tío, ¿y no nos ven?
Suspicious.
Yeah, we should be able to get up from here. There we go.
Claro, el chico que hace parkour, ¿sabes? Ahora voy yo.
Wish I was that nimble.
La primera y casi me caigo. Madre vuelta que voy a dar y el otro ya subió. Vale. Un pedrusco. Muy útil. Esto sí es útil. Gracias. ¿Qué hace? Pero si le da a saltar. Ay, Dios santo bendito del amor de Cristo. Yagami, así nos matamos, ¿eh? Se ha quedado andando ahí en el vacío. Lo que sí estoy gastando es muchísimo menos dinero. Quiero esto. En este que en el primer juego.
Good work, Yagami-san.
Gracias.
Yo, you guys are Komichu, aren't you?
No, me pillaron.
Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san, they seem like RK.
I'd rather not have to bullshit them.
So, take them down?
Yeah.
Come on.
¡Pum! Ahí quieto, por favor. GG.
Yagami-san, looks like the top floor is up ahead. There's a room on this side too, though. Might be worth checking out.
Vale. Se ha escondido bien, el chaval este. Energía X, no puedo cogerlo. Ahora sí. Aquí puedo guardar. ¿Lul? ¿Qué cojones? A ver, realmente puedo guardar en cualquier sitio, pero... ¿Qué? Resistencia ligera. En las taquillas, sí, sí. Pero eso tiene que ser un guiño a algo. Porque no tiene ningún sentido. Yo puedo guardar donde quiera. O sea, aquí puedo guardar. Ah, no, no puedo guardar. Vale. Ostras, sí que tiene sentido entonces.
Maybe we'll still get lucky. Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
¿Voy a pegar con él? Sí, vamos.
Yeah. Let's go.
Qué bien huele. No sé dónde es este suavizante. No es el que usamos ahora.
Man, where is this fucking guy? This shit's taking forever. Yeah, it's not like anyone else is here. You think the cops got it wrong? Then what do? Keep looking?
Huele a
Is there a
talento.
fucking point?
Seems like Kowana-san's giving them a slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what RK's gonna do when they catch Kawana. Are they planning to kill him themselves?
What, you gonna just stroll up and ask them?
Well, I only count 4 of them, so 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay, let's go. Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you.
Huh? Who the hell are you two? You with the Komi Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize you, Yagami-san?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Vaya, ya no son 2 y 2.
Yagami-san? I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami? Hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho.
A detective?
Just get him! They're with Kitakata!
Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die.
I've been waiting for this shit.
Why does this always happen to me? Let's go.
Y de la pistolita vamos a llevarnos bien, ¿eh? Espera que hay otro. ¿Quién más? Ah, ostras, este es grande. Tío, le estoy dando. Me cago en... ¡Estoy dando la X! Tío, el cuchillito de los cojones. No puedo chillar. Tío. No puedo hacer nada. Puto pesado, loco. Ya. Dios. Qué pesadilla.
That all you got? I thought there were more of you guys.
Let's not jinx it, man.
You guys came looking for Kuwana, right? What were you gonna do to him?
We were just told to catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
You sure the plan wasn't to kill him?
I said I don't know!
Who gave the order here? Soma?
It was Akusa-san. Probably on Soma-san's orders, though.
Hey, Yagami-san?
¿Más? Pero estos no son de RK.
So many creepy masks.
Estos son otros.
I was just gonna ask you.
Kuwana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Kuwana asking the favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution. Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Kawana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in a Jinsho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey! Why are you looking at me?
Sorry.
As you said, Kawana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
Under the protection of Tesso from the Yokohama Ryomon. But you're cleared to see him. We already took care of that.
Kawana actually said he'd meet us?
Come on. There's a way through the cops don't know.
You can get out to the city from there.
That'd be helpful, thanks.
Guess you're not so bad after all.
Bear in mind, you may not leave alive if you come back. You were never welcome here.
And never mind.
Okay.
So, where do we find Kuwana-san?
I'm sure the Liumang will lead us to him. Just so happens I've got a brother there named Tesso.
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before Kuwana changes his mind.
Claro, que el otro había dicho que éramos hermanos.